Well, back down again. A couple of them have spotted me. I spotted a bit from the bank, top of banking, but I think it might just be a bit plain. Yeah. Well, we'll keep looking down there, and I can see my minions coming up there. So we'll go down there. Well, there's a bit there I just turned over, and they're so cool, so I thought I'd start filming. Yep, that's a bit of willow, and there's always some willow. What's this bit? There's algae on it there. I can't really tell on the side of that. No, just green algae. And they're coming. Go on then. They're coming over from the other side now. Well, I just picked a piece up thinking, oh, I just saw stripes on, thinking, oh, that's a bit of RP, but it looks like it's got a bit of a pattern on. So we'll clean that up, and there's another bit just over here, if it's not a stone. No, where is it? Just plain. Well, I just turned a big bit over thinking, oh, it's going to be white on the other side, but it's not. Oh, there's a bit on both sides. A little bit there, but there's always some willow. There's a chunk there that's either got algae or a pattern on the top. Oh, it's got a pattern all over. Just make out a faint pattern there. I just saw that, but I didn't see that. So that's a good piece. Yeah, a big chunk of RP there. Oh, that's probably a tan. I think I've probably turned them over before. Well, a pretty pink handle. And it's a bit of plastic. I thought it would pop. Well, we'll get that plastic out of the river. Well, next to nothing gone there. That's Mary right up at top end. Back with us for a couple of weeks. A few bits of white, a couple of bits of stripes on. I didn't even bother filming. Right. Well, walking back, I spotted that white, and I was just going to flick it over, but then I spotted it's got a pattern on the other side. So, well, it's either the edge of a big wash bowl or it goes under, but that might just chop off. Make a very nice one. And another bit here. That's just plain. Nope, just plain again there. Well, I was thinking that was going to be plain and flicked it over. There's a bit of a faint pattern on it. Might come brighter when I clean it up. Oh well. Again, a few bits here on way back. Well, it looks like kids have been collecting oak bricks. Uncoat plastic. An ori, half an ori there. And various other ones. And some stones. Oh well. Always pays to walk back. I'll flick this bit over. And that, oh, it's just a bit of nothing. But that's a very nice piece. Just right. Well, we're just going to flick that piece over, thinking it would be plain, but then I spotted a bit of a faint pattern on it. Oh, there's a bit on the other side as well. Well, we'll see what that cleans up like. Well, there's a bit there that looks like it's got a bit of colour on. Oh, it's algae or something, but it looks like a bit of blue. Well, we'll see how that cleans up. I don't know if I've turned that piece over before, I probably have. Yeah. Little stream up way back up, and there's a little bit there. Blue on one side, and I thought it was writing out to the side, but I don't think it is. Right, the finds, and this is a bit of fountain, little stream on way back home. I'm sure I've had something like that before, but it'll be in one of my boxes. It's a nice little piece. And the bits down the river, bit of willow edging, a bit of the pagoda there on a cup, and more of the edging there. A bit worn. I say a cup, that's probably base edge of a plate. And probably a little bit of Asiatic. I bet it's got some staining in there. I'm going to get around to finding some way of getting rid of that. But other than that, it's a nice little flower one. And this bit that I picked up thinking, oh, it's got some printed pattern. It turns out it's just embossing on the rippled edging that's just worn down. And I thought it were something, but you find things when you clean them, not what they are. And again, probably a little bit of Asiatic. That might just cut down nicely. We'll get past that chip in there. And this big piece, Asiatic again. But I'd just seen some markings on that bit. But it's cleaned up. And the others have come a lot brighter. Again, edge of a big plate. Quite a recent break on there and all. So that's all very worn, but that's all clean. So there must be another chunk of it somewhere. And this, very, very faint on that side. And a bit more on that. It's either the seaweedy or just normal leaves and twigs. Cup again. And a bit of RP. I just picked it up because, again, a little piece like that, they do make a nice pendant when you just clean the edges up along one side. Or alongside one groove, should I say. And a bit of plastic for the day. I saw that, I thought, oh, that's a nice pink candle, and I picked it up. I thought, no, that's plastic. Some kiddies tea set. And this piece, big chunk, like you say, probably it goes under, or a wash basin. But I hope to be able to cut a thin sliver off without it cracking or breaking, and like I say, either put it in something like that with some more underneath it, make a bit of a mosaic if I can get it down thin enough. But it's a big pieces that. I didn't want to put it in one of them. It wants to go that way, hopefully, instead of on its side. And it's one of these mounts is going to mean taking too much of the edges off. And then I found one of these, very thin, but it might do. It might go down, just taking the edges off there. Or into something like that, which is more than likely where it'll end up, if I can get it thin enough. But I won't be doing that for a long while, because I've got to get outside with tile saw. And with dark and wet days at the moment, there's no chance of doing that. And the other little piece. Now this is cleaned up really nice. It's flat, it's fairly thin to start with. Just tidy it up. And again, I thought if I put it in that, I'd have to lose too much of it. Lose all that bit to get it to fit in. I'd lose possibly too much at sides to get that in there. So I think it's either going to end up in a round one like that, infilled, or more than likely I might just be able to get away with it in a little oval one like that. So, seeing as there's not many finds in here, let's have a go at this one. Well, I was going to put it in that little one, but it might take too much off, so it's going to have to go into a round one like that, which does make it better. I don't know what colour I'm going to do the background. I might do it blue to go with that, or I might do a green or even a red, but I haven't decided yet. So let's get sanding this down. Well, once it's got through glaze, it gets a little bit better and easier to sand. I'll do a lot of sanding off camera. You can see it's just tapering a little bit. That's with pressing on one side more than the other. You know, it's going thinner at that end than that end. So you need to keep it even when you're sanding. Well, it's getting a lot thinner now, but I'm just going to have to take a little bit off the edges because it's the taper there. Well, that fits a lot better in. So I'll change over to the other sanding block and take it down slowly now and a bit finer. Well, that's taken down below, just below rim. So when I infill that, I'll infill it low, or let it go low, and then it's going to be a perfect candidate for me trying with UV resin, which sets in seconds, or a minute or so, to create like a clear glass dome over it to give it some shine. So I'll get that all cleaned up, glued in. I'll show infilling it, and then this might be the first one that I'm going to do the doming over it, if it works out alright. Right, well, it's goodbye from me.
Goodbye from Stephen.